Okay, welcome to this session. So in this session, I'm going to be showing you how we can use Excel to draw scatter graphs, and also to use our Casio graphics display calculator to also draw scatter graphs and to test the strength of correlation between two variables. So what we have here is we've got a table that shows a list of 10 towns and the number of supermarkets in each town versus the number of car accidents recorded in each town. And just by looking at each data point here, we've got one town, the first town has 5 supermarkets and recorded 10 accidents last month. The second town has 8 supermarkets and they recorded 13 accidents. The next town, town 3, has 12 supermarkets and they recorded 27. So, I'm just looking at that and I could see, maybe make the assumption that as the number of supermarkets increases in a town, so does the number of car accidents recorded. But we need to also be able to prove those statements by using some mathematical method and maybe some graphical method. And one way we could do that is by drawing a scatter graph and by calculating what we call R, which is the strength of correlation. And that's known as Pearson's product moment correlation coefficient. Okay, so what I've done is I've transferred the X variables, which is the number of supermarkets, into Excel, and transferred the number of car accidents, my Y variable, into Excel as well. And then what I've done is in list 1 on my graphics calculator, I've just transferred those values as well. So first of all, I'm going to draw the scatter graph using Excel and then calculate the value of R using Excel, and then I'm going to reinforce it using our graphics calculator. So in order to graph it, I select the data points that I want to graph. So supermarkets in the town and car accidents. I go to Insert, and I click on this point, which is Insert Scatter Graph. I click this, and you can see that it's nicely plotted the data points, the 10 data points. So with everything we're doing in our IAs or in an assessment, we should always make sure we have a clear title and our axes are labeled. So I'm just going to change this title to the relationship between the number of supermarkets and the number of accidents in towns, in a town. And I'm going to label the x-axis. So I just click on this plus button and click on the axes. So my y-axis was the number of car accidents. Yeah? And the x-axis was the number of supermarkets in the town. And we can see nicely that, yeah, that observation that we made at the very beginning is that as the number of supermarkets increases in town, so does the number of accidents. And we could see from our prior knowledge that that looks like it's kind of like a nice straight line going up. So it might be a nice, follows a nice linear correlation. Now, how do we go about finding the value of R, our correlation coefficient? Well, if I click on this plus button again, I can go down to this trend line. And the trend line puts in this kind of line at best fit, or the regression line. And what I want to do is click on this arrow. I want to make it linear, and I want to go to more options. So we want linear, and I want to display this equation, and I want to display this R, capital R, which is actually the correlation or the product of determination. And that kind of tells us the strength of relationship for that type of function we're trying to associate it with. So for example, in this case, the linear correlation. But what we want to do is find R. And to find R, we can take the square root of R squared. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the square root of 0.3267, and I get 0.5715. So I'm going to just write that here. So R is going to be the square root of 0.3267, and we get R is 0.572 to 3 significant figures. Now, as that's just above 0.5, I can kind of say that's a moderate positive correlation. And a moderate positive linear correlation, actually. That's a key word. It's a moderate positive linear correlation. So I can say with certain statistical evidence that yes, as the number of supermarkets increases in a town, we're likely to see the number of car accidents also increase in that town. So maybe it's small prangs, somebody parking and runs into somebody else next to them. Okay. In your IAs though, please note that when you're looking at linear correlation, you don't want to use R squared, the product of determination for linear correlation. Okay. The next question says, can you identify an outlier in the data? Well, looking at this point here, 3 and 37 looks like an outlier. So maybe it's justifiable to get rid of that outlier. And what would happen if I got rid of that outlier? Would the linear correlation, this value of R, increase? Would it get more? Would it become more positive in saying that as the number of supermarkets in the town increases, so does the number of car accidents? So that's like a nice big question mark to think what would happen. All right, so how do we do it on our calculator for exam purposes? So if we go to statistics, we put in list 1 the number of supermarkets, and in list 2 the number of car accidents. And then what I want to do is I want to graph. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my graph type to be a scatter graph. So my X list is list 1, good, the number of supermarkets. My Y list is list 2, and frequency occurs, each value point will occur once. So that's great. So I'm going to draw it. And again, we get a scatter graph that looks very similar to the one we plot, well, exactly the same actually, to the one that we plotted in Excel. And we can see this outlier here. So now what I want to do is I want to calculate this value of R. So if I exit, I can go calculate. I want to be, because I'm comparing 2 variable statistics, I'm looking at 2 variable statistics or regression. So I'm going to click F3. We want it to be linear, so Y equals mx plus c or ax plus b. So x. So I'm going to press ax plus b. And I can see here this value of R, the correlation coefficient, the linear correlation coefficient, is 0.5715 or 572 to 3 significant figures. So it's the same. That's nice. And R squared, you can see, is exactly the same as what Excel gave me. But we're only interested in this case, the strength of the linear relationship. Well, I hope that little tutorial will help you be able to use Excel a bit more accurately when graphing a scatter graph with your own data.